everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Thursday, and that means it's Legend of Korra Day. And this week's episode was Rebel Spirit. It's been 6 months since the attack on Republic City by the Equalists. And Korra and her friends have been going about their own separate lives. But when the chance to travel to the Southern Water Tribe for the Solstice Festival arrives, all 4 of them jump at the chance. While there, dark spirits attack, and Korra may be the only one that can stop them. Okay, now, things I liked about this episode. There was actually a lot of things I liked about this episode. I thought this was actually a very good start to Season 2. It didn't just pick right up where Season 1 left off. So we're actually, it was 6 months later. So we did have a little bit of a time progress. We have Korra, who has continued her airbending training. We have the one brother, Mako, I believe, and if I mispronounce any names, I apologize, became a policeman. The other brother is continuing with the pro bending and has started a new Fire Ferrets team. And the one girl, I can't remember her name, and I apologize for that, is trying to rebuild her father's company and rebuild her family's reputation. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here. And really, I liked how it didn't just pick up like right where this first season left off, or, several weeks afterwards, like Avatar did. Of course, Avatar, we had 3 seasons that consisted of a whole year. Korra doesn't necessarily have to be that way. It can be several months in an episode. It can be a year or several months in a season. It could be several years. It doesn't matter. There's how do I word this? There's no rush to the end point, basically, where Avatar had that rush to the end point. Aang had to have his training done by a certain point. He had already mastered airbending 1,000 years prior. But he had to master waterbending, earthbending, and firebending, all in one season, all in 3 months. So each season for Avatar, The Last Airbender, was more than likely a month. Where Korra it can be a little more drawn out. There's no rush endpoint. There's no, she has to learn all this by this point. They can draw it out a little bit more, which I kind of like, because that was my one big problem with Avatar The Last Airbender, was that a lot of it seemed rushed. I understand why they did it that way, but it was rushed, and it had the feel of being rushed because you knew there was a strict endpoint. The show itself was not rushed, but if they could have stretched it out over a longer period of time, it would have been more interesting. I get why they did it the way they did it. They kind of had to. Once they wrote in that he had to have mastered all 4 forms of bending by the time Sozin's Comet came around at the end of summer, they had to stick to that time period. They could not change it. like I said, with Korra, there's really no set time limit that I know of yet. I have not yet seen all of season 2 yet. This is the first time I watched the first episode of season 2. So I really don't know what's going on down the line. I do know we're going to meet some more new characters in here, particularly Korra's family and other members of Tenzin's family. So I'm really excited to see that. I'm not sure when they're going to come, when all of them are going to come in. I also know we're going to get some backstory on all the avatars, well, not all the avatars, but the very first avatar, which should prove interesting. So I am looking forward to that as well. I'm also looking forward to see how Korra and her friends kind of evolve throughout this season and in season 3 and 4 as well, because I think there's only 4 seasons. And what new characters, or what characters from Avatar make the transition into Korra. So I'm really looking forward to that. So a lot of things I'm looking forward to in season 2, and that I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to find out more about what happened to Sokka between the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender and the start of Korra. We know he was in a relationship with Suki. I believe that was how you pronounced her name. It's like, I'd be interested to see, where that relationship went. They didn't really discuss it all that much. They really didn't discuss Sokka all that much in the first season, except to mention that he is no longer around. I don't even think he really made an appearance in season 1. No, wait, I take that back. I think he did in a flashback. So I'm interested in that. I'm interested to see, what happened with him. What happened with Zuko. I think he's going to be in this one. I would not be. I think he is. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm very interested to see, where he is in there. We know he had a family, because we did meet a young Iho, who we know is connected to the royal family of the Fire Kingdom, or Fire Nation. So we know he had at least one son, at least one kid that we know of. I'd be interested to see, what happened with him between Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. We know he kind of had a relationship with May, so I would like to see what happened there. And, what happened with the other girl who was in the trio. I think her name was Ming. What happened with her? We kind of know what happened with his sister. That doesn't take much to figure out. But I don't think her friends really had I think, if I remember correctly, they did not support her when they found out what happened. So again, I'm interested to see that, do either of them are either of them going to make an appearance in the show? There's a lot I'm looking forward to in season 2. Hoping that, some of the stuff that was hinted at in season 1 will be explained more or revealed more in season 2. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So just a lot of things. So I like that. I liked seeing the spirits. We really didn't see a lot of spirits in season 1. So like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think really the only spirit we saw was Aang, so I am looking forward to seeing. I did like seeing the spirits in here, even if they were evil, like bad spirits. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on in this episode that I absolutely loved. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. Again, like I stated before, this was a great season opener. I could not find a single flaw with it. I thought it was very well written, very well done. I loved how they advanced the characters. I loved going back to the South Pole and seeing the Water Tribe again, because we really didn't see much of the Water Tribe in season 1. We did at the beginning, and we saw Katara a little bit, but that was about it. Maybe a couple of waterbenders here and there, but we didn't actually see the actual tribe all that much. So I did love seeing that. So again, not a lot that I really didn't like about this episode. Really, I can't think of a single thing that really bothered me about it. Okay, feel free to check out my related Avatar videos. Okay, and my other videos. Okay, before we sign off, or before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, a quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, please leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Also, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I do have my names for those 4 sites up there on the screen, as well as the pictures I used for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respective artists. I own absolutely nothing. And the links for each site, for any sites mentioned in this video, will be in the description section. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends. Basically the same deal. Any of my videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my Facebook group, Fanfic Corner. I would like to apologize for not posting a video in a while. Unfortunately, I believe the last video I posted was back in November, so that's like 2 months I haven't posted a video for Korra, and I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, with back in December with the whole Christmas holiday and everything, I got really busy with that and with work, so I was unable to actually sit down and watch an episode and do a review on it with all the other stuff I had going on. And then in January, I was busy getting caught up in a lot of stuff I had to put off in December, and fortunately TV Talk kind of got pushed to the back of the list of things I needed to get caught up in. So I do apologize for that. I would love to say it will never happen again, but unfortunately that's life, and things will come up that will, every once in a while, that will prevent me from doing TV Talk sometimes. Hopefully it won't be a 2-month break like this. If I do feel it is, I will post like something on my YouTube channel stating that for you guys. I promise. Okay, finally, DreamWorks Dragons will be coming to an end in less than 2 weeks. So that means that there will be an opening for a new TV Talk series on Sunday, and that means that you guys get to vote and tell me what show you would like me to do a set of videos on. Your choices are Horseland, Outlaw Star, Dot Hack Sign, and Inuyasha. Excuse me. Voting is extremely simple. All you have to do is write a positive comment and or like or love a positive comment on one of the 4 shows listed, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do a set of videos on. Please keep in mind that negative comments and dislikes do not count as votes, and if Inuyasha is selected, I will be doing up through season 1 of the sequel as of the posting of this video. Voting will be until the 12th of February, excuse me. But if I do have to push the date back, I will give you a heads up. I highly doubt it at this point, but you never know. Also, for those of you watching on YouTube, I do have a poll on my community, in the community section of my YouTube channel, so you can go there to vote as well. That is a one-shot vote, though, so be sure to think very carefully before you click on one of the shows. Now, voting in the comment section, you can do that as many times as you wish, but please keep in mind that in the event of a tie or no votes, I do have the final say. So far, the voting stands at Horseland in the lead with 8 votes, followed very closely behind by Inuyasha with 7, Outlaw Star with 1, and Dot Hex Sign bringing up the rear with 0. Now, you guys have 3 days left, so be sure to get your votes in and make your voices known. Okay, please like and share if you're watching this video on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.